For a period of approximately 4 months between September and December of 2018, I experienced a consistent and sustained effort by many people within the government to seek to politically interfere in the exercise of prosecutorial discretion in my role as the Attorney General of Canada in an inappropriate effort to secure a deferred prosecution agreement with SNC. There were express statements regarding the necessity of interference in the SNC-Lavelin matter, the potential of consequences, and veiled threats if a DPA was not made available to SNC. The clerk stated, or started to make the case, for the need for a DPA. He said, quote, "There is a board meeting on Thursday, September the 20th, with stockholders," end quote. Quote again, "They will likely be moving to London if this happens, and there is an election in Quebec soon," end quote. At that point, the Prime Minister jumped in, stressing that there is an election in Quebec and that, quote, "I am an MP in Quebec, the member for Papineau," end quote. I was quite taken aback. My response, and I vividly remember this as well, was to ask the Prime Minister a direct question while looking him in the eye. I asked, quote, "Are you politically interfering with my role, my decision as the Attorney General? I would strongly advise against it," end quote. The Prime Minister said, "No, no, no, we just need to find a solution." The clerk then said that he spoke to my deputy and she said that I could speak to the director. I responded by saying, no, I would not. That would be inappropriate. I think it's apparent from my remarks that I was concerned that the reason why I was being shuffled out of the Minister of Justice and Attorney General possibly was because of a decision I would not take on SNC and the DPA. I raised those concerns with the Prime Minister and with Jerry Butts. And as I said in my remarks, those were denied. The conversations that I had, where they became very clearly inappropriate, was when political issues came up, like the election in Quebec, like losing the election if SNC were to move their headquarters. Conversations like that, conversations like the one I had with the clerk of the Privy Council, who invoked the Prime Minister's name throughout the entirety of the conversation, spoke to me about the Prime Minister being dug in, spoke to me about his concerns as to what would happen. In my mind, those were veiled threats, and I took them as such. That is entirely inappropriate.